This is step number maybe 50, 40 to Tesco's.
Oh yeah.
To Tesco's. Wish us luck. Apparently it's going to take 30 minutes.
We're going to beat Google Maps.
Let's go. I'll check in later. We're currently just walking past Belgate shops now, and Louise is already moaning. She says she wants to beat Google Maps. I'm walking as fast as my feet allow, but she's pushing me. I almost run over some kids on some bikes, but we'll be okay. Louise is currently walking out my old school, which I used to go to in the 90s. It's very purple now, it used to be green. It's called Yew Tree now rather than Belgate. Interesting stuff. So we currently just came down to the Nickey line, which is an old railway line, not used anymore of course. Legends used to have it when we were at school that if you come here very late at night, 10 o'clock in the evening, it was late back then, you'd see the ghost train which used to come through here. Just up on the bridge behind me there. One time we did look for the ghost train at 10 o'clock. It never came. But I think tonight's a different night, probably will be there tonight. These are stinging nettles. These are the favourite of my nettles, the ones which sting. Get off the road! I'm pretty sure to the right here is the street which my nan used to live on. Can't even remember the exact number. We used to live down here, the bottom of Thumpers as well. And the house to my left, we used to think that a witch lived there. Little did we know, a couple of years later, it was our friend Tom, who used to be in the same band as my cousin Richard. Surviving the Quiet was the name of the band. We now call him Cannabis Tom because he's a cannabis entrepreneur. He's a man of an acquired taste when it comes to cannabis. There you go, the house is through there. You can't quite see it, but it's there. Here's Louise looking over the bridge of Queensway. This is not the most famous of bridges in the world, but it's quite nice. And here we are, just coming out to Kingsfield. A lot of people mistakenly call this Kingsfield, as in King and Queen, but it's actually Keens, K-E-E-N-S, Kingsfield. The only other Keen I know of is Keen's Curry in Tasmania. Louise maybe can tell us a little bit about Keen's Curry. What do you reckon?
It's good.
What is it?
Curry powder. The curried sausages.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it is. To my left is the old drainage area, sewage area. Not too sure. It's deep water, warning signs. You've got to stay out of there. Something bad will happen to you, so you can't be going over this fence. Just through here is my favourite part of Kingsfield. It's one of the steepest parts of the actual field itself. Very good for when it's snowing. Pretty good snowfall, probably back in 2014, 2013, something like that. Gary went down there. I think it was Gary first started going out with Erica actually. Oh, I've just seen an allotment over towards the left. I'm gonna go check it out. Please, there's an allotment. Even Louise likes a good allotment every now and then. Let's go check out the veggies. And look what we've found, and a secret allotment of Hemel Hempstead. You can see some peas, there's some tomatoes there, even some leeks, compost heaps as well.
Pumpkin.
There's even some corn. You've got pumpkins.
Pumpkins, yeah.
It's looking pretty good.
Beans.
Very well. Look, there's even cages up in the trees for the... We're on about 3,000 steps from my house now. Louise has started getting a bit cranky. She started telling me to hurry up. Some rosemary. I always like rosemary. Yeah, baby. Look at all that rosemary. So we're trying a new way which Google Maps recommended. We'll see how it goes. Pretty sure it takes us up to the adventure playground. Seems a nice field though. Oh, Weezo's getting hot now. I think I do remember this place. I think I came up here as a kid once. The hospital was just over there. And I think he used to have horses in this field. But it looks like a lot more groomed these days. Pretty nice. It's a good view behind us as well with the rolling hills. Blue sky behind us, but in front, some dark clouds. It's like we're going to Mordor, that is Tesco's. All this for some tea tree oil, apparently. And 10,000 steps.
10,000 steps.
10,000 steps.
Gotta be done.
Yeah. We're on about 4,000 now. Never seen this view before, it's quite nice. You can see St Mary's Spire in the distance there.
Oldest lead spire in Europe.
It is. It's the oldest lead spire in all of Europe. It's almost 1,000 years old, that church. And in the far distance you see the valley, and that will lead on towards Leighton Buzzard. But those hills you see rising there, they're a part of the Chiltern Hills, which will come, I guess I should say, that will eventually lead into something much bigger. That is the Chiltern Hills. But yeah, it's quite a nice view up here. I don't recall this in Hemel at all. Quite nice though. Come here for a picnic one day. Louise has spotted some dogs. She's probably going to pat them. She heads off into the gloom. That is the dark clouds of Mordor. It's an adventure playground to the left. I don't think I ever really came here as a kid. I don't think it existed when I was a kid. But this is very close to Russell and Emily's old house. I don't think Jay ever came here. I think he was a little bit too young then. Seems okay. Seems quite a nice playground. They did do some filming here. I remember going around Russell and Emily's sometime and there was all these big lights, film crew out here. Never did find out what it was they were filming. Do you know? It's egg on the floor. What do you reckon?
Must be from that tree.
Alright. Very nice garden with lots of flowers. Outside some nice willow trees. Chav on a bike. Oh, very nice. Louise likes flowers.
Those ones look like in the garden in Alice in Wonderland.
Ah, Alice in Wonderland flowers. We can see it. We can see Tesco's. It's not that bad of a walk, actually. Quite pleasant. Get there a lot sooner than you think.
Only half an hour.
Only half an hour. Not bad. So, we're getting close to the carriageway now. It's going to get quite noisy now. But this is one of the highlights of the walk to Tesco's. From the top of the bridge, we'll be able to see quite a lot of Hemel, actually. Kodak building, we'll see some of that. Looking forward to the bridge, Louise, we're coming up to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Going to take a little bit of a shortcut. Follow the path we're going to cross the green. We'll cut maybe 6 seconds off of Google Maps. We'll see how we go. Okay, so we've just got to the top of the bridge. Taking my hat off because it's quite windy.
I'm not sure you can see that much.
Yeah, you can't see that much actually.
You had a better view from the top of that path.
A bit disappointed actually on the view. I swear, back in the day we could see the Kodak building. You can't even see that now. Anyway, I'll show you what we can see. There you go, it's down towards the town. There's the roundabout towards the rest of 80 Field, Bennett's End. Quite loud. There we go.
This is what you can see.
Tesco's.
Big Tesco's.
Yeah, big Tesco's.
Big Tesco's.
No
Woo!
little Tesco's Express for us, mate. We do
No, we're going
Tesco
We're
Extra.
going to big
This is the real
Tesco's.
deal.
Look at all of that
Yeah,
space.
get some Scotch eggs, boy. So we're down in the car park now. Petrol is £1.27 a litre. Seems quite empty in the car park-ish. Well, it's not full anyway. But we have to be careful. 67% of collisions take place in car parks. Might have just made that fact up, but it sounds about right anyway.
Quite a specific percentage.
We just walked through the doors of Tesco's, and I'm happy to say we actually got spot on from Google Maps. It took us about 38 minutes.
Oh,
There we go.
that was slow.
Pretty good. But considering I was making one of the best documentaries ever written, I think we did pretty well. Anyway, let's try and beat it on the way home. Let's go shopping. Unfortunately, our journey to Tesco's was not a success.
It was a
It was a
success.
success.
Look,
Yeah, it was a success.
Look,
Harry Potter bag.
Harry
We got
Potter
a
cake.
slivering cake as well. Yeah, sounds nice. But unfortunately, the main reason we went there was for tea tree oil.
Oh, yeah,
And
I think England knows about tea tree oil.
we didn't have any tea tree oil,
Well, we
unfortunately.
got these fancy crisps. I love
Crisps.
these type of crisps.
Some kettled crisps. I got many different types of PG tips. I got normal PG tips, decaf PG tips. I also thought I'd treat myself to loose tea PG tips as well. There's also PG tips granules, but I don't know about them. Yeah, something just didn't seem right, so I didn't get them. But I got some teas for people back at work in Australia. Got some Monster Munch for people back in Australia, and got some little general sweets for people back as well. Chocolate hobnobs. What else did I get?
Just heaps of delicious. I got pickled eggs.
Oh yeah, Louise also got pickled eggs.
That's what I'm going to give to people
Yes.
at my work. A jar of pickled eggs.
So it took about 6,000 steps to get to Tesco's. We're going to go the same way back. Google Maps believes we can do it in 37 minutes. I reckon we could do it in 37 minutes easy.
I reckon we're going to do it sooner.
Yeah.
We're usually faster than Google Maps.
But the sun's getting lower now. Not as cloudy as it was, some nice blue sky up ahead. Still a little bit dark in the back, but they're going. So it's looking okay.
Gay Pride bin.
And Gay Pride bin number 3. Yay. I love gay bins. They're my favourite. Yeah. Except all bins. Any bin is welcome in my street. Sad bit of news. Somebody has left a pizza on a tree stub. Sad times. So we're back on the field where we can see in the far distance the Chiltern Hills on its way to Ashridge in that area. I was looking at the map, I think it may be Upper Kingsfield almost. Had a look. This is not labelled on Google Maps, but yeah, it's in the same extended area of Kingsfield. So yeah, this is Upper Kingsfield. It's quite nice. Got the sun coming down in the back, radiating Louise's beautiful red hair. There's the Midland pub. There's Louise. We're about to pass the allotment again. Maybe we should walk to Harpenden instead of going all the way home. Well, Louise just went down a different track to me, but she's missing out because I've come the way of the allotment. Allotments are so good. You can see someone's looking out for the birds and the squirrels. Some nuts there. Lots of peas, beans, rosemary again. It's all very nice. Louise is still missing though. She's gone a trail just over there. Maybe it'll meet up. Maybe not. She'll get lost. She doesn't know where she is. She lived in Hemel for 5 years, but she still doesn't know her way around very well. Saying that, she's gonna jump out and scare me. That's how she works. I don't know where she is, but she's stalking me. Well, it turns out that she's not going to scare me, but she's made friends with the cat. But little does she know, there's 2 Jack Russells coming. This could be a cocktail disaster.
Saw some horrid dogs, but they ran away.
They were Jack Russells.
Yeah, and they were scared, and they knew to leave because this cat guards this path. And none shall cross. bowl of pepper.
Good cat. Yeah. Hemel looks far more pleasant when the sun's out. It's a little less gloomy than it was earlier. It's looking pretty nice at the moment. Very nice and green. And here's Louise again, wishing she was invited to the dog party.
I love that Roddy. Look at it.
But she wasn't invited to the dog party yet again.
We have no dogs.
So we're walking across the flats from Kingsfield. What do they smell like?
They smell like the devil's lettuce. Oh god.
Marijuana.
Marijuana.
People do not smoke that in Hemel Hempstead. The squirrel up in the tree. Seen a lot of wildlife on this trip. I think we can hear a cat, or is it a bird?
It's a bird. Weird bird thing. Very nice.
So we've just passed over the Queensway Bridge, walking back up the Nickey line now. We're on about 8,700 steps. Louise is hoping to achieve 10,000.
10,000 steps a day keeps the
We should just get over
away.
no diabetes for us, except all the crap we've been eating lately.
Except mountains of sugar.
Yeah. But it's a pleasant walk, nice old trees. I'll have to do a bit of research on the Nickey line.
I can tell you it ran between Harpington, Redbourne and Hemel Hempstead.
Correct.
So that is
Apparently, the next bridge ahead, if you come here at 10 o'clock, you see the ghost train come by.
true.
Just passing our old street, my nan's old street in Thumpers. Sun shines on Thumpers today. There you go. There it is, the sun's coming down. Very pleasant. Let's see if we can see some foxes. We saw a fox the other day. These roots grow old. Somebody once lost a shirt here. Louise has gone on ahead without me because I had a sneaky peek, see if I could look in the old Belgate school. But it was too bright. I couldn't actually see because the glare was so much. So Louise is a little bit ahead of me. I'll catch up. But we're doing good. We only left Tesco's about 20 minutes ago. This pace is a bit faster. So I reckon we'll hit it in under half hour. Easy. Right, let's try and beat Louise. I'm going to go a shortcut. She'll get confused. It's going the wrong way. This way! Yeah! And your pathway's up here! Louise got lost at the bridge of St Paul's Church. Let's go around and meet her. Which means she doesn't know I took that shortcut. My plan didn't quite work. But there's St Paul's. Oh, we made it back. We survived. Back in the street. And now we're going to go have a cup of tea, I reckon. In England, that's what we do. Cup of tea?
I fancy a cup of tea.
She doesn't. She never likes cups of teas.
He's a good helper. Miss my shot. You can do mine next.
Louise just talking, not having any idea what she's going on about.
If you see someone washing the car in the street, then you say, in England, you can do mine next. Or if they're mowing their lawn or if they're trimming their hedge, you're like, oh, well done, mate, you can do mine next.
Well, you missed out with the guy back there, didn't you?
Opportunity.
There we are. Back home, just in time. Sunset. ready for a cup of tea and some food. Getting pretty hungry now. Alrighty, thank you for...
I think you're getting a roast dinner.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Very nice. Alrighty, thank you for spending time with us from home to Tesco's and back again. Story by Baggins. Alright.